Martha and Mary, Friends of Jesus. A story retold by Arlene Rourke, illustrated by Gwen Green. Jesus was coming to the end of his work on earth. He knew that he would return soon to his Father in heaven. He traveled around the countryside talking to friends and strangers alike. He wanted to prepare them for what was to come. One day, Jesus went to Jerusalem to preach to the people. A few miles from Jerusalem was a little village called Bethany. In Bethany there lived two sisters, Martha and Mary, and they were friends of Jesus. And this is the story of Martha and Mary and how each showed her love for him in her own way. Of course, Martha had known for days ahead of time that Jesus was coming. News like that would have traveled fast in a small village. She set to work right away. She had to clean the house and prepare a great feast in Jesus' honor. She knew that Jesus always visited them when he came to Jerusalem. First she swept and scrubbed until everything was bright and clean. Then she gathered fruits and flowers and vegetables for the table. She brought lots of water in from the well. She would need it for all the cooking she planned to do. Everything had to be just right for Jesus. Martha was the older sister. She was the one who saw to it that things got done right. She was always scurrying around, running errands and doing things for people. Her room was always clean. Her work was always finished on time. Mary was different. She was quiet and kept to herself. She liked to walk alone in the hills around Bethany. She would sometimes stop and rest and think. She liked to think about the stories Jesus had told her on his past visits. Jesus was patient when she asked questions about things she did not understand. When Mary heard that Jesus was coming, she walked up into the hills, and there she sat in a cool cave and thought about what a joy it would be to see Jesus again. Finally, Jesus arrived. Martha and Mary rushed out to greet him. Jesus brought some of his apostles with him. Martha and Mary welcomed them to their home. No sooner had Martha greeted Jesus when she was back in the kitchen, cooking and baking. Oh dear, she thought, there are more people than I had planned to feed. I will have to make more. Meanwhile, Jesus, Mary, and the apostles sat down in the dining room. Jesus took the place of honor, and Mary sat at his feet. He told them that his ministry on earth was ending and that he would be leaving them. He told them that their faith must be strong, and he said that he would always be with them. In the kitchen, Martha was getting more and more annoyed. She was doing all the work, and Mary was doing nothing. Finally, she spoke, "Lord, do you not care that my sister has left me to serve alone? Will you tell her to help me?" "Martha, you are troubled by many things," Jesus answered. "But only one thing is needed, that you listen to my words. Mary has chosen the right way, and this will not be taken from her." While they ate dinner, Jesus continued to talk to them about what was to come. This time Martha listened. When dinner was over, Mary went to her room. She returned carrying a beautiful glass bottle. The bottle contained perfumed oil. In those days, perfumed oil was very expensive. It was so expensive that no one dared to waste a drop of it. Mary bent down in front of Jesus and removed his sandals. She opened the beautiful bottle and poured the perfumed oil over Jesus' feet. She emptied the whole bottle. Then she gathered her long, dark hair and dried Jesus' feet with it. Judas, one of the apostles, was shocked. "Why do you waste a whole bottle of perfumed oil on someone's feet?" he asked. But Jesus just smiled. He knew that by perfuming his feet and listening while he talked, Mary was showing her love for him. In the same way, Martha showed her love for him by cooking and making the house beautiful.